Everyone. I wanted to do a quick video on the Eufy Mach 1 V1 Ultra, excuse me, with Steam. I've seen a lot of videos and they were all positive at how amazing this thing is, which is what convinced me to buy it. I think it's only like 4 months old or something like that. So, one of the things that I couldn't find was anybody really talking bad about it too much. Some people say, oh, well, it doesn't clean up stuck on stains that I put on my floor 3 days ago, stuff like that. I have an actual situation with my place. We moved into this apartment and it's got linoleum and it's hardwood linoleum. So it's this really deep textured linoleum that is uh, it's super deep grooves. Like, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. So I have a Bissell Crosswave, and it's an amazing device. My roommate got it for me for my Christmas one year, and it worked on all the linoleum in the old house that we were in. And every time I run it in here, the water's dirty, the brush roller's dirty. It takes forever to clean it. Um, and it's just like the bottom of your socks turn, really start getting grungy looking that you can't get it out even if you bleach them. So I'm like, okay, this thing just doesn't work well on these floors. So I saw the Mach V1 Ultra. So I'm like, okay, well, this has steam and everything else. Let's give it a shot. And so I purchased it. It's gorgeous. I mean, the thing is well designed, well engineered. It is heavy. So if you're carrying it up and down stairs, just be warned, it's pretty heavy. And when it's leaned back, like you're going to use it, it feels like all the weight is right in the top of the handle. It's super hard to explain, but it doesn't feel counterbalanced correctly. And I can't explain this. You could only feel it. But I'll tell you, it does put a lot of strain, like right in here. It really does make it's a lot for me at least, and not for anybody else probably. But anyways, so my roommate was here, and I went over the floors in regular mode with the smart mode. Took when the floor was still damp, took a paper towel, ran it across the floor. It was dirty. Um, and then I'm like, okay, well, why don't we try the steam mode? So I let it charge back up, ran it on steam mode. Did the same thing. Wiped across the floor, still dirty. Like, okay, so obviously it's the floors. How can I get these floors really clean? So then I started practicing with an area. So what I did is on Steam, I went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth 3 times. Wiped it, still dirty. Put it on smart mode, high power mode, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth 3 times. Still dirty. After like 7 or 8 times, I could no longer get in the floor. Now that's something like, I don't know, like 60 passes over the same spot. So I would assume that after a while of doing it, if I did it like every day, twice a day, every day for weeks on end, it would eventually be clean and then it would be upkeep from there, right? But I just wanted to really let people know and see what it looks like, what the floor looked like. And if you have texture like this to your floors, it may not be something that you want to get. Or if you do, you may have to do what I'm about to do, which is buy a manual brush, get on my hands and knees, and deeply scrub the floor with some ammonia or some vinegar, one of the two, and just really get down into the grooves. And then from there, hopefully it's just upkeep and it'll keep going from there. So I hope that's helpful to anybody. But yeah, it's not a be all end all solution. Now I will say that I did get a chance, which is why I have these types of things for the floors. My dog pukes. He's a Siberian Husky, throws up a lot. And one of the things is he threw up on the floor. I was like, hold on one second. Grabbed the Mach 1 and like effortlessly cleaned it up. It was really quick and easy. Since it was only like a 2 second clean, it already had water in the tank ready to go, already had cleanser in the tank ready to go. Pulled it off its stand, went over there, vacuumed it really quick, pulled it back out, and it was good to go. So and then it only took like a few minutes to clean because like if you use the longer you use it, the longer the clean takes. But it did clean pretty well. Now I will say Also, the self clean on the device is not, it works really well, but you still take the cover off and you can get dog hair, obviously, out of there. And the brush roller is not fully clean. So I put a picture here that is going to be a brush roller still in the plastic, one that's open that hasn't been used, and then one after a self cleaning. If you're super OCD about cleaning, I would say you probably would want to clean it by hand yourself periodically as well. But as far as in between cleans, it's pretty good. So I hope all that is helpful.